Let's face it, gaining experience is hard. Freelancing is a great way to gain experience no matter what you want to do in the entertainment industry. Now, just what is a freelancer? By definition, a freelancer is a person who works for many different companies at once. But what does this mean for you? Nothing. But before you go out and look for freelance work, it's important to know how to price yourself. Pricing yourself can be tricky. There are certain things you need to take into account before you can accurately get a feel for how you want to charge for your services. This would include evaluating your skills. For example, just because a professional in your field makes a certain amount does not mean you will make that amount for every gig. These freelance jobs are often low budget and they're looking for someone who can work cheap. In my experience, when I first started freelancing, the best way to go about pricing yourself is to look around Craigslist and see what other people in your skill range are advertising themselves for, and to really try to stay competitive with those rates. With that in mind, once you find a gig, it's all a matter of working between deadlines. Deadlines can be a scary thing for those who don't manage their time well, and depending on your position, you may have a shorter or longer deadline than other crew members. As an editor, my deadlines can range from weeks to a couple days, so it can get incredibly stressful fast. My favorite thing to do when I have a deadline is to create a to-do list. While it seems really simple, visually seeing the tasks I have to do creates enough motivation for me to complete everything in a timely manner. Working freelance is often like jumping into the deep end of a pool, and with that comes many competitive workers. And it's important to set yourself apart from others and really impress who you're working for. One thing to do to impress who you work for is to have good communication. When something needs to be said and you communicate that properly, it can set you apart as someone who is responsible. While communication is key, having good morale is equally important. Having the proper attitude can make the workday go smoothly, and in my experience, poor morale affects the entire crew. This wraps up today's episode on freelancing. Be sure to check out part 2 that's coming soon. And as always, I'm your host, Raven Sanchez. If you have comments or questions about the show or suggestions for future episodes, drop us an email or leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching Indie Survival Guide. Stay independent.